I want you all to say hello to Landorus at home. It's a ground flying type known as Gligar. And honestly, it probably isn't as strong as Landorus, but today I'm going to show off a team, a doubles team that is, unlike the previous time I showed off Gligar. Being a ground flying type, Gligar actually has quite a good super effective moves against some of the more popular Pokemon in the format, i.e. Iron Hands, Ogerpon and whatnot. So let's have a look at today's team, shall we? This is going to be today's team. It has the usual Ogerpon, Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Iron Hands, all the same stuff that you're used to. The two important things are the Gligar, which is mainly there to help out the Fluttermane, and it can deal with whatever the Fluttermane struggles with, in that it has Ice Fang, dual wing beat, and high horsepower. And with Hyper Cutter, it ensures that it will always be able to do good damage. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Sableye with the classic Prankster and Mental Herb so it cannot get taunted, and it has Detect to keep itself safe, as well as Disable Encore. If you can get that off, it is going to be very debilitating, because that'll lock them into using Struggle, almost basically forcing them to switch out. Otherwise, you also have Will-O-Wisp to cripple any physical attackers on their team. So, let's go have a look and see how this team does. Of course, a new season means we are back down in Great Ball rank 9, so we're gonna have to climb our way back up to Master Ball tier. A battle against Zax. Ooh, once again though, Indeedee is a bit of an issue. Indeedee's Psychic Terrain means that essentially all of our moves for Sableye being Prankster are now no longer effective. Gligar looks really good here. Gligar will lead with that. Let's see. We can also bring in 9 Hands of our own for protects, or not protects, fake outs rather, to let Gligar go ham. The fact that we have Covert Cloak as well means that we don't have to worry about getting faked out by his Iron Hands. And in the back, let's bring in, I don't want to bring in Chi-Yu for that Heatran. Instead, I'll bring my Ogerpon and Fluttermane. Right, Zax sends out Palm of the Foot, that's Iron Hands, right? Because Fair is like Fair-eyed, so it's Iron, I think. And obviously Palm probably means, or Palme, whatever, means hands. Intimidate means Hyper Cutter is not activated because because of Hyper Cutter. But let's see though. They do have an Ice type move. Also, shout out to Gyarados' name being Leviator, like a I think it sounds like it's just Flyer or whatever. But let's see. Even though we're double weak to Ice now. Or quad weak, technically speaking. So going Dragon, yes, it does kind of still make us weak to Ice, but at least it does get rid of half of our weaknesses. We can also then High Horsepower, right? Yeah, let's go Terra, High Horsepower, the Iron Hands, and then Wild Charge Gyarados. I could in theory just fake out his Gyarados, but I want to go for a double KO right off of the get-go. Let's see, because I mean, yeah, maybe I could have gone for, what is it called? Fake out into Gyarados, that way I don't have to waste a Terra here. Fake out into my Iron Hands. Okay, that's a good thing I'm using a Terra then. Because Ice Fang from this Gyarados, unless he's using Waterfall, in which case that's perfect, we resist that. Still does quite a bit of damage though. Because it's a crit, that explains that. But one more High Horsepower should get that KO. And a Wild Charge should finish off Gyarados unless it is going to Terra. It's quad weak. It almost has to Terra, right? We move before his Gyarados, so Gligar can get this KO. And there we go. We go first with High Horsepower. That gets a KO. I was worried that he would go Terra Grass, but thankfully he didn't because I don't have a good way to deal with the Grass type. Waterfall into the Iron Hands, not the Gligar. Wild Charge might get a KO then, yeah. Even with Intimidate -1 attack. I mean, you're quad weak. Alright, bye-bye, Leviator. We take some recoil damage, but that's more than fine for us. What comes out next, though? Flutter Mesh, that's Fluttermane, right? And, ooh, Fluttermane against our Dragon type and Fighting type. Not exactly the greatest. Ogerpon as well. Is this boost to energy speed? Oh, this is not boost to energy speed. Alright. What we can do is we could go dual wing beat, right? I'm just curious about that speed on the Fluttermane. It's probably faster than us, right? It's probably faster. Yeah, I think we have to double switch. Let's go into Fluttermane on this side. And Ogerpon on this side. We can reset a fake out. We can use on Ogerpon probably, but it's the Fluttermane is the issue. Ideally, he goes Terra Fairy, in which case he becomes susceptible to a fake out. Boost to energy is going to boost our, what's called speed. So now we can have at least a faster Pokemon, but if he goes Terra on his Ogerpon, that increases its speed. It probably goes before our Fluttermane then. And depending on how he attacks here. Dazzling, okay, no Terra, Dazzling Gleam. Okay, what does... Ooh. Swords Dance. I mean, I have Fake Out for it. But still though, I'm scared. I can Shadow Ball. But Terra Fairy is probably coming, isn't it? In which case, maybe I just Moonblast the Ogerpon, but what if he just uses Spiky Shield? I will Dazzling Gleam and Spiky Shield. Yep, here comes Terra. Who is this going to be on? Fluttermane? Because you see Shadow Ball coming? Oh no, it is on the Ogerpon for speed. Alright. Well then. Does this outspeed my Fluttermane though? That is the important thing. Ogerpon speed rises. Protect, okay, that's fine. He probably expected Shadow Ball. So thankfully at least Dazzling Gleam will hit. Assuming we move before it. Let's see though. Yes, we do move before. This probably doesn't do damage to Ogerpon, right? Ah, a third health. Ivy Cudgel, this is going to Fluttermane, this is a KO. Alright. Well then, actually, I think I can still do this, right? I can Fake Out to Ogerpon. And we should have enough HP on our Ogerpon that we can maybe get it. Oh, I don't really have anything good against it, but our only hope is that we just insta KO this Iron Fluttermane, right? We know we can't protect, so yeah, let's Fake Out Ogerpon. I hope this doesn't have Sash. It probably does have Sash though. Because our only hope is that we get it down to a 2v1. Oh, I mean, Ogerpon's taking quite a bit of chip damage. Dazzling Gleam, that gets rid of... Oh, we live on 4. That's actually pretty good for us. Is it? If this doesn't get a KO... Critical hit. I'm going to say... Well, not purely luck, because Ivy Cudgel does it increased crit chance, but that is perfect, because now we have 2, maybe even 3v1. Ogerpon cannot spread attack. We're good to go for a Heavy Slam. As well as a... Follow me, actually. Follow me, because we know we'll do more damage with... I don't know. That is very smart. That is incredibly smart. I just KO'd my own Iron Hands. But I mean, we have Gligar in the back. It has Dual Wing Beat. We should be okay, right? A very... I don't think I've ever seen this. Spiky Shield getting a KO on somebody. See something new every day. But alright. Now we bring Gligar in. We should be pretty good to go. We have Follow Me, so he cannot KO my Gligar. We have Dual Wing Beat. Should be good. Dual Wing Beat cannot miss, right? Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's no way I miss, right? I surely don't miss. I'll Ice Fang just in case. It has 5% more accuracy. There's no way I miss, right? Follow Me. There's no way he survives this as well, right? Ivy Cudgel. Yep, this is gonna absolutely KO us. He does still have that +2, by the way, from Swords Dance, so that's definitely a threat no matter what. Surely we don't miss. Okay, good. And surely this KOs. Okay, perfect. I was not worried one bit. I do wonder what that Fluttermane had if it wasn't Sash. It didn't have booster energy, so it didn't have a choice item since it used Protect. A battle against... Ooh, Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh my goodness. With a Sun team in Torkoal Lilligant, but also Armarouge and DD, which can set up Trick Room for the Ursaluna at the back there, but also a Dragonite. Once again, DD means that we can't bring Sableye, unfortunately, but Gligar is good into a lot of these, right? High horsepower into Armarouge, the Ursaluna, the Torkoal. We also have Dual Wing Beat for the Lilligant, Ice Fang for Dragonite. If it goes Terra Normal on the Dragonite, we can have Drain Punch with our Iron Hands. In the back, let's bring our Chi-Yu, as well as our... I'm hesitant to bring Ogerpon because if the sun is up, Ivy Cudgel, water won't do much, so let's instead bring Fluttermane. Alright, Shadow the Hedgehog sends out Torkoal Lilligant. Alright, place your bets. Is this Sleep Powder, or is this After You? Either way, I'm scared. I mean, what I could do is I could just straight up go for a Dual Wing Beat into Lilligant, Fake Out into Torkoal. If he sleeps, it's gonna be so annoying. Please no sleep. Please get greedy and go After You. Fake Out Torkoal just guarantees that it can't do anything. But, oh, he's withdrawing. Alright. Into the Indeedee. Oh, okay, yeah, so no fake out. But does that mean the Ligand is gonna sleep powder then? Fake out doesn't happen. Yep. Okay, please miss. It misses. It misses on somebody. Misses on Iron Hands. Oh, okay, perfect. I mean, even if it did hit the Iron Hands, yeah, dual wing beat is an insta KO. If it had Sash as well, it would have been a KO as well. So I feel pretty confident that that would have happened no matter what. I mean, of course, there is a benefit that we now still have our Iron Hands to do other stuff. But against an Armarouge, ooh, expanding force, expanding force, expanding force. High horsepower, right? Into Armarouge, which might get reflected into Indeedee or like follow me into Indeedee. Iron Hands, though. Maybe we go Chi-Yu, right? Dark type, we resist, or we straight up are immune to expanding force. But do we need to go? No, we don't need. Yeah, we can stay as a ground flying. I mean, it's basically the same thing as if we got slept, right? We're switching out no matter what. I assume expanding force. You wouldn't armor cannon my Gliscor. Follow me. Oh, helping hand. We will at least be immune, but does Gliscor go down here? High horsepower goes before the Armarouge. Does not get a KO, but the Snarl will get rid of it probably on the next turn. Gliscor does go down, yeah. Helping hand, expanding force, pretty strong. Life Orb as well, so it might even go down on the next turn. We can't bring Iron Hands in. Fake out won't matter. So again, it really is like it slept, so Flutter Mane it is. It'll get speed boosted, so we can... Oh, we can absolutely go for KOs here, right? We have Choice Specs. Oh, not Choice Specs, sorry. Choice Scarf, so... Let's Shadow Ball the Indeedee. Oh, no, what am I saying? Shadow Ball Indeedee. Moonblast Indeedee. And Snarl. I'm okay getting locked into this because we know Torkoal is in the back, right? Yeah, Torkoal is in the back. This is super effective on both. Armarouge... I mean, if Armarouge uses Wide Guard, it's fine. Armarouge is pretty much locked into doing that then. In fact, he realizes that and cancels the battle. We also get to say that even if that Sleep Powder hit, it wouldn't have mattered. We switched out anyway, so I don't feel bad about getting a lucky dodge there. Ooh, like I said, I've been seeing a lot of coughings lately for that neutralizing gas. But otherwise, you have a standard Iron Hands, Chien-Pao, Water Ogerpon, Landorus, and a Farigiraf, which I can only assume is there to prevent fake outs from, say, an Iron Hands. Would that also, ooh, does that also negate Prankster moves? Because isn't it only, doesn't Armor Tail only prevent like attacking moves? But the fact that they have Chien-Pao means that Gliscor definitely is not exactly the strongest option here. Being ground flying, ice types are very dangerous. Armor Tail does also prevent, okay, so essentially we're not bringing Sableye or Gliscor in case they have Chien-Pao or Farigiraf. So the question is, who do we lead with? Probably Flutter Mane is a good option here. Or actually, no. Let's bring Iron Hands. Even if they do have Farigiraf out front, it's fine. It'll either force him to switch it in if he's worried about a fake out, or force him to keep it in if it is, he does bring it. Alright, let's see though. He leads with Weezing and Ogerpon. Okay, so neither of the two Pokemon I was concerned about. No Chien-Pao and no Farigiraf, though they could be in the back. If I remember correctly, we still get Photosynthesis, right? With our Booster Energy. Yes, we do. Okay. Even though Neutralizing Gas does go off. Let's see. That is... Oh, something to be careful of. Normally, I would say, oh, haha, I have a funny switch into Ogerpon. Ivy Cudgel gets absorbed thanks to Water Absorb. Because of Neutralizing Gas, that is no longer the case. But at the same time, do they have anything good against me right now? I suppose Flutter Mane is in a bit of a spot here, right? Against this Weezing. Here's what I'll do. I will... We go Terra Fairy just for extra damage. Because what he could do is he could try and use a poison move on Flutter Mane with his Weezing and then switch into Armor Tail to prevent a fake out. But I'm going to risk it anyway. Dazzling Gleam. Fake out that Weezing. Okay, he's not switching out because our Terror is showing here, so he's staying in. Let's see how we do now. Terra Fairy, this will boost our damage. It's we're still going to be vulnerable to a poison type move. That's why we're faking out. Question is a follow me maybe? Oh, okay, no, it's a spiky shield. That's fine. I'm attacking Weezing. But it's not going to do much damage now, right? It's just going to be fake out plus a not very effective Dazzling Gleam. What does Weezing do though? Gonna try and poison me, or what else would there be? It's not that great. Yeah, not a lot of damage. Weezing flinches. Okay, so that's basically a nothing turn. Dazzling Gleam yet again. He does switch out that Weezing. I doubt he would, but I will Drain Punch it anyway. Or, do you Drain Punch? Wild Charge, there's always a possibility of him going into Landorus, right? Let's Heavy Slam. It'll be good neutral damage to whatever comes in. Right, he stays in though, so Dazzling Gleam goes first. It takes Ogerpon down to about half. Weezing, does it have Citrus Berry? It does have a Citrus Berry. So it will heal up. If we can stay alive for one more turn, we should get a double KO with another Moonblast. Ivy Cudgel comes on to Flutter Mane, does that? Yes, it does get a KO. Ooh. Alright, and yeah, again, like I said, I couldn't really bring in our Ogerpon because Neutralizing Gas is preventing Water Absorb. Haze is interesting to say the least. I don't know what that would be even preventing, but alright. Let's bring in... Ooh, we don't have our Terra Grass anymore for Chi-Yu, so let's bring in Ogerpon. And I think another Heavy Slam should KO that Weezing. So let's Spiky Shield. And then go for another Heavy Slam. We get rid of Weezing, and then we now have... We can bring in Chi-Yu, we can use Follow Me's to make sure that Ivy Cudgels or whatever only go into Ogerpon. And Chi-Yu can have a field there, right? Spiky Shield, again, I'm not attacking that. That's fine. Weezing does move before our Iron Hands, though. That's the only issue. So he is going to get an attack off here, but what is that attack going to be? It is... Oh, wow, okay. Stalling out for the long run. Alright, here's my plan, then. 3 of us protected. That means that, I mean, in theory we could protect again, but... Let's go for an Ivy Cudgel onto that Weezing. Hopefully he doesn't follow me now, because that'd be tragic. And let's Drain Punch the Ogerpon. We should move before the Weezing with our Ogerpon, so... I'm fine with that. Oh, still quite a bit of damage though. Actually, he might... Yeah, he heals up quite a bit from that. We should KO Weezing with this. And then Drain Punch the Ogerpon. That is... I wonder if that is a speed tie that he has just won, or if that is just his Ogerpon being faster than us. Drain Punch gets him very low, but not low enough, unfortunately. Something tells me he might do another Protect or Spiky Shield with Ogerpon. So we'll have to be careful about that. And there is that Landorus. Intimidate is going to be quite annoying. It could have Stomping Tantrum as well, so Iron Hands is in a bit of a dangerous spot here. Well, Ivy Cudgel anyway, though. Ivy Cudgel might get a KO on Landorus unless it uses something like a Terra. We'll Drain Punch the Ogerpon as well. Ideally, he goes Spiky Shield into something else, but uh-oh. Is this going to be Terra Flying Terra Blast onto our Iron Hands? Oh, well, there's Terra Flying. Imagine if I did use Wild Charge. I absolutely read this as well. I could have used Wild Charge there. Alright, follow me. Well then. There's Ivy Cudgel into Ogerpon Water Absorb. And there is Terra Blast. If it doesn't KO... Oh, it's onto Ogerpon. Hang on a second. If we... Oh, Drain Punch, I think, actually KOs Ogerpon here, right? And it's Life Orb on Landorus as well. And we also have Wild Charge into that as well. I will laugh if he doesn't have Chien Pao or Burgraph, the 2 Pokemon I was so concerned about. But let's see though. We now have a pretty good option here, right? Depending on what this other Pokemon is. Just Heatwave Wild Charge, right? Ooh, his own Iron Hands. Hello, Fake Out. Alright. We need to protect with Chi-Yu here. But we don't have it. So, let's Heatwave and go for a Wild Charge onto Landorus, I suppose. Who do you Fake Out? And who do you use Stomping Tantrum on? Fake Out onto Chi-Yu. Ooh. Chi-Yu flinches. Alright, Landorus then goes for Rock Slide. Does that get a KO? We live on 6. We have a chance. Please no flinch. Please no flinch. Please no flinch. Life Orb. Wild Charge. That should get a KO onto Landorus. Okay. Iron Hands is slow. Well, his Iron Hands is slower than our Chi-Yu. He can't double KO us. I have a chance here. I can now go for a single target flamethrower because I do not want to miss this. I think because I flinched, it doesn't count as me using Heatwave, right? So I can flamethrower this. Yeah. And I will Drain Punch as well. This should be fine now because Maybe we get a burn even. Let's see. He probably has Assault Vest, so that doesn't do that much damage. Drain Punch, that's fine. He only heals up a smidge of health. He is faster than me, though, it looks like. So how much do we heal up from our Iron Hands? Ooh, that's a lot of oh, the crit. The crit 100% matters. That means we go back up to full health. But the thing is, yeah, if he still outspeeds us, then hopefully, I know we should do more damage. Like you do more damage than you heal. So Drain Punch, unless he also gets a crit, this should only heal up about what 40-ish damage because it did 60, 70-ish. So we should get a KO here, right? Oh my goodness. I mean, we're making a net positive, I think, in terms of the damage we're dealing. It's just gonna be very slow. All right. On his last point of HP. Show it to me. No crit? That should be fine. We should be able to finish him off now. Shout out to the stronger Iron Hands that we had. From start to end. All he did was just sat there looking pretty. Imagine if this was that belly drum set we had last time. And we were able to get off the belly drum. Aside from that haze. But there you go. And there you have it. That is the power of Gligar. Is it better than Landorus? It's debatable. I mean, it's nice that you don't have to worry about using a Terror to get off a flying type move, whereas Landorus normally has to use Terror Blast. But I mean, obviously, Intimidates are pretty valuable, right, from Landorus. Unfortunately, we weren't able to show off the Sableye at all today because of all of the priority prevention Pokemon. But hopefully though, in tomorrow's video, I will be able to showcase that. Which, by the way, if you want to see that, consider liking and subscribing so you can be notified for that next one. Until next time though, bye bye.